Look at this thing. I love it when I learn about new tools and tips from comments on videos. I recently posted a video of things to make for teachers, for teacher appreciation, and I showed how to personalize them a little bit by adding charms. Super cute, just makes it a little more special, a little more personalized. This would be great if you are sewing and selling either online or in person. We'll talk about that more in a minute. But for this, I used jump rings, and that involved 2 pliers, a little piece of metal that you twist open and twist close. A few people asked, is this going to get caught on stuff? And honestly, if you're putting it in and out of your purse, it could if it didn't get closed right or if it got caught, but that is just always how I had done it. But @Tattooed Mama commented that she uses split rings, and it's basically tiny and it looks like a keychain. So you're going to put things on and it's not going to catch and open. So totally awesome. I went searching for that and I found this super cool tool. So see how that is bent and it's small? I'm going to show you how that works. It's going to be way more secure. So amazing. And I'm going to show you how to do it with this fun tool and split rings instead of these 2 things and jump rings. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to put 2 charms onto this lip balm holder. And if you think that's fun, it also holds lipstick, and that pattern is in my Etsy shop. I will link it in the video description. So we're going to pretend this is for someone named Donna, and she loves dogs, sticking in the D's. So you can either put both charms on 1 ring, or you could do 2 separate ones so they are a little bit more free moving. So we're going to do that. Because the charms are gold, I'm going to use the gold split ring. So these split rings are tiny, tiny versions of this, like this keychain thing where you open that up and then you slide your key on. We're going to be opening up this teeny baby one, and we're going to slide the charm on, and then we're going to put it onto there. That is where this cool tool comes in. You're going to take your split ring and kind of find where the beginning is, and you're going to put this tool right there so that the bent part is going to push, see the bent part, is going to push in between and open that up like magic. So now I'm going to add the D. There's a little bit of trial and error with this, and I'm also not sure if I want to be using this tool with my right hand or my left hand, because then I have to be left-handed putting this on. I'm finding that very difficult to do, getting that charm on with my left hand. So I'm going to try it the opposite way, get that little thing in there. And if you go too far from where it opens, it's not open enough for the charm. But if you're too close, it's hard to get the charm on. There's definite learning curve to this thing. And I just want to show you that I am struggling a little bit at first, because if you get this and you're struggling, I don't want you to be like, why did Tara make this look so easy? Okay, let's try this again. I've done this before, I promise. Okay, we have it on. So I have that on there and I've moved it a little bit. We need to keep that open enough that we can slide it on here too. We need to get this thing in here. So we have that all the way around. I'm finding this small one to be very difficult to get on here. So let's get the paw print onto a smaller one as well. The problem is, as you move this further, the end starts to close again. So it is a delicate balance of open and not having the tool in the way. It's going to be worth it though, because these are going to be the most secure charms. Okay, so I'm struggling with this big part getting in the way, so I'm going to do it backwards. I'm going to put the pokey part under the ring so there's less in the way of me getting this charm on. Let's see how it goes. Please work with me. Okay, so you put the clippy thing underneath, then kind of push the ring on your finger, and then you can use your charm to push it open a little bit and get that on. So it's a combination of using this tool and your fingers to get this rolling. So now we have each of them on their own little ring, and now I'm going to use this bigger one, and we're going to put both of these onto the lip balm holder. So same thing, push that against my finger, get that in there. Okay, and before I let it go too far, I'm going to be adding the charm while it's still open. Oh, there's just a lot going on. If you want to do this live in person, you're going to want to work quicker. You're going to need to practice. Okay, so now I have everything through this bigger one. You're just going to push it around until it goes through the back end there, and everything is nice and secure. Look at how cute that is. It would have been even cuter if I had a gold key fob, but I just love that and think it is super fun. As you can see, there is a little bit of a learning curve, and I've only done like 3 others. I just got this, but we got it. I think it's just a matter of practicing. You could even take your charms and put the first ring on there ahead of time if you're doing this at a live event. So then you're just getting that onto whatever it is they are buying. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? Is adding charms something that you might do? It's really not an expensive endeavor. You can go to a craft store. You can often buy charms like 1 or 2 at a time. They're often on sale. Or you can buy them by theme, which is what I have done and shown you on Amazon or other sites. So let's look at some charm options. And these are great, like I said, for using for personal gifts, for personal items, or to sew and sell. Pretty much anything that has something you can hook one of these split rings onto will work. You can use it on a lobster clasp, you can use it on a D-ring, you can use it on a keychain, you can even put something on the end of a zipper. All of that will work. Now, I did some research on Amazon to see what I could find. I think alphabets would be a great option. Sadly, I haven't found anywhere where you can buy just 1 letter at a time and like a bunch of them. It's usually you buy the whole alphabet and it gives you multiples of each one. But this is a great way to just add somebody's first initial, pair it with some of these other things, and it is personalized for the person and their interests. So this was a cute set for nurses, would be great for Nurse Appreciation Week, or anytime you just want to thank somebody or acknowledge somebody in the nursing profession. As you can see, comes with lots of different ideas in multiple different colorways, and this is about half of it. Most of these themed sets come with at least 2 of everything. I think so if you wanted to make cute little like pink scrubs earrings, you would be able to do that. In general, that is what I'm seeing when I look online. I found dog paw prints, which I think is going to be really good if somebody sells dog stuff or, for dog moms. You could just get a bunch of these paw prints. If I'm sewing and selling, that's definitely what I want. And look how cute it would be paired with the initials with the gold, either with the black or the white would be super, super cute. Sports. Always a great idea. These could be used for fundraising. You could make cute keychains and sell them to the basketball team, the soccer team, obviously, you get the idea. That could be fun, or just in general to someone who enjoys a sport. This is some school stuff. I really think it has a lot of fun charms, and it came with like 120. Again, at least 2 of everything. But if I was sewing and selling like at an event, this would be a little more difficult. Because how do you show that, right? Unless you put it out on a tray like this and people can just pick it up and say, okay, I want this on my item. But if you're doing that, you have to make sure somebody's not picking it up, putting it in their pocket. So you would definitely need to have a way to be paying attention to your charms, either with multiple people there or, really good eagle eyes. I found these that I love. This is a graduation set. It has multiple colors on the gown. This could be really fun for a graduation gift. And then later you could just take those charms off, put something else on. The other set I got is this one, and it just has a wide variety of flowers in all different colors. The bigger issue with these sets is if you are sewing and selling in person, because like I said, how do you show what you have and not have it go into somebody's pocket? If you could get 4 things for school or for teachers, you could put it on a little board and then you could say like, this is charm number 1, number 2, number 3. And then you could have them kind of behind your counter or you're in control of it. You would pull it out when people want things to be personalized. But when it's so many different things and you only have 2, maybe 3 of each, that becomes a little bit more difficult. Not as hard if you're sewing and selling online because you could just take a picture of this, put numbers, and then be changing your offering as you sell out. All right, so what do you think? Are you going to give this a try? Do you think charms are going to be a fun way to up your game for things that you sew, either for yourself as gifts or to sew and sell? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to my channel so you never miss an idea or a tutorial.